So here's something that a lot of people are already thinking about. What would you say if Halloween was canceled this year? Toronto Mayor John Tory says he won't hesitate to cancel trick-or-treating if the public health officials say it's not okay and not safe to be out there. So what are your thoughts?
Well, let's go to Facebook first. Jane wrote in to say, if we're okay with cramming 27 kids in a classroom all day, I don't understand why running around outside with masks on and pausing in small groups for candy would be the issue. This is far less risky than their everyday school situation. Jane, I mean, yes, you make a very, very good point. I mean, I guess the only other concern, like for me, I put my son in a pod for now, so it's a much smaller amount. So I am more nervous about the idea of Halloween and the idea of kids like lifting up masks and wiping their nose and then putting their hand in a candy bowl and then another kid doing that. To me, there is more risk a little bit. I think actually for Jaya though, like for him, it's more about the costume than it is about the trick or the treating. And what is, I mean, the trick, I guess you could reinstate that and avoid the treats, maybe? Like this is Jaya last year going, and he's a bit terrified, even though he looks terrifying. He's kind of terrified to go up to somebody's door. So I think what we'll do this year is actually do one of those old school haunted houses in our house. Like maybe we'll invite a friend over who's part of a pod, and we won't focus on the candy so much because honestly, he could kind of take it or leave it. He's one of those kids.
To be honest, I kind of assumed it would be canceled just because I have a feeling that numbers are going to continue to rise in September, and by October they'll be even higher. And it just feels like a no-brainer to cancel it for me because the danger and the risk far outweighs sort of the occasion for me. And maybe that's just because I'm older or because every day is Halloween for me. I'm constantly wearing a costume. I think if I undid this blouse a bit and added some gold chains, I could essentially be Carmela Soprano right now. And I'm channeling her if I had some good nails. But I am trying to also channel like that feeling of a kid, that feeling that I had every October where it felt like the calendar year revolved around Halloween. It was such an exciting time. So maybe like couldn't neighborhoods sort of come to an agreement? Because I think the candy part is the scary part. Like eliminate the candy. Parents can, buy candy for their kids on their own and just maybe have like a sidewalk parade. Parade your kids, like getting dressed up is the fun part.
Yeah, I hear you in terms of like the concern with parents and kids trick-or-treating around Halloween. But when I think about Halloween, to me, related to COVID, my bigger concern is adults and their Halloween parties. I'm just looking at the monitor right now. I'm looking at Ontario reporting new cases, and the numbers are like really, really jumping up. And we're hearing about perhaps an imminent second wave. We know that people are congregating more and more. They're out at restaurants, at parties. They're spending time indoors. A friend of mine walked by like a downtown kind of, I don't know, bar situation on the weekend and said that there were at least 50 people, all of them crammed up close together, dancing to music, not wearing masks. To me, so when you're talking about Halloween festivities, I'm thinking about the young adults out there, the people 20 in their 20s and 30s who can't wait to party, can't wait to get dressed up, want to show off their sexy cat or sexy cop or whatever costume. And then 2 weeks later, are we going to deal with like another spike?
You don't have to be 20 to like a sexy cat costume, ladies, just for the record, because
Here we go.
Halloween has become, like you said, Jess, I have rediscovered the magic of Halloween as an adult. You guys know our lovely friend Erica Work. Well, she and I, over the last 4 years, have transformed Halloween into this epic party for not just 20-year-olds, but basically, what are our ages? Sort of between mid-20s and mid-40s. And over the last 4 years, we have themed costumes. We have professional hair and makeup. We source our outfits. It takes months and months of preparation. What party are we going to go to? We don't just go like a little bit Halloween. We go over the top Halloween. And in case anybody wasn't wondering or figuring this out, this would have been the epic Halloween of Halloweens. We already started to get our costumes together because this Halloween 2020, not only is there a full moon, Not only is Halloween on a Saturday
Okay,
night,
so what are you going to do?
it
Are
is
you having
also
a huge
when
party?
the clocks would go back 1 hour so that we actually would get an extra hour of partying. There would have been the trifecta of
No.
Halloween this year, and we have had to decide to cancel it because it's not
Wow.
safe to do so. And that, for us, listen, if we're canceling it and you are actually 20 out there, do us a favor, cancel your Halloween
Okay.
so that I don't have to have FOMO watching your Instagram feed.